Welcome back to another episode of the Dropback Podcast. I am Bradley, as always, joined by my co-host. And if you missed last episode, we predicted our AFC North. So go give that a listen if you haven't already. But how are you doing today, Zim?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. We got two episodes in a row. All right, that's a start, right, guys? We're back like we never left. Uh, Again, apologize for the hiatus. I do want to fix something about my rankings because it was brought to my attention. The Browns, I actually need to put a little higher, just record wise. They're still last, but record wise, I think they probably go closer to 9-8 than they do 7-10. I forgot their defense was as good as it was. They kind of didn't really lose any pieces. They got a little better. That's all I'm going to say about them because we're doing the NFC North today. Yeah. So, was there any really news lately, like since we last met?
Um, I got a report today that on my phone that said Brandon Ayuk got accepted for a. Okay, here it is. The Browns and 49ers agreed to send Brandon Ayuk to Cleveland in exchange
Yeah.
for Amari Cooper and a second and fifth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen it. It could have been out there, but
Yeah. That's basically anything with the Browns like that. That pretty much finishes that off. But that's a crazy trade.
yeah, I mean, would you've accepted that?
I would have accepted if I'm the Niners. That's way too much if I'm the Browns.
Yeah, you're losing your star receiver.
A second round pick at fifth. That's crazy.
Yeah,
And you got to pay the guy.
I mean, I guess they're only how the Browns are thinking about it is like he's younger than Amari Cooper.
Yeah, and then they just have too many route runners. Like that's what their whole
Uh,
thing right now is they have three route runners. I don't know. I don't know.
um,
I'm not a fan of it.
yeah, I'm not either. If he goes to the Browns, I'd be upset. Well, he's not because he said no to
He would
him.
have
But
the deal would have been accepted if he wanted to go there. So that's my thought process. I think he just wants to be a Steeler.
hey, dude, he fits the role as a Pittsburgh Steelers receiver.
Yeah, he's a
Have a
Steeler.
couple good years, get upset, want to go to a different team, make it a big deal. It, you are a Steeler legend if you do that. Like, you have to come to Pittsburgh.
Now, was there any NFC North news? I think the Vikings did a trade with Dallas with Andrew
Oh
Booth.
yeah, for a corner, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't that big a deal. Jordan Love's looked good. Detroit's looking good. Jamison Williams apparently looks great at camp. Caleb Williams is making Caleb Williams throws. I don't know. There's not been much. There's been like little slight things. I don't feel like there's been anything major. Can't
Yeah,
say
I
there's any
mean,
injuries either.
yeah, yeah. I can't think of any big news. This division right here is very similar, somewhat similar to the AFC North.
Agreed. Competitive
Very
outside of one
competitive.
team.
Yeah, and that one team could still be pretty good.
Yes, I agree. Um, do you want to start it out, or do you want me to start it out?
Um, here I started last episode. You can start this episode.
Yeah. Okay. So the Chicago Bears, I think they're a good team. I think they'll do better than last year. What did they end up with last year? What was the record?
I think they were one or two games above under 500.
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. I just couldn't remember. They were 7-10 last year. Okay, so Caleb Williams, obviously that's gonna help them out tremendously. Um, I could honestly see them going in like the 8 or 9 win range. I'm gonna say. Let me check the rest of the schedule. Yeah, I'm gonna say over under 8. Over under 8.5. I'd probably just To be safe, I'd say the under, but I could totally see them going 9-8. But I'm gonna say 8-9 just to play it safe. I think Caleb actually no, I'll say 9-8. I'll say 9-8. They did get a lot better on both sides of the ball. Um, Schedule's kind of tough though. That's what's kind of dampering it for me.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
also, yeah,
the thing that scares me about this team is their defense. Like, they heavily improved on offense. Like, I'm not too worried about their offense, but their defense is still worrisome, in my opinion. Um, and I mean, I think this team can be good, but it comes down to how good Caleb Williams is day one. And Roma Dunze, I mean, their wide receiver core is really good. Um, and I mean, I would put them around the 500 range because this team, I feel like Caleb Williams is the one quarterback that is able to carry the Bears defense. So I don't know. I'm gonna say 9-8 as well because this team, and they improved on the defensive side of the ball too. So
yeah. Which
yeah,
honestly, like, I might go do a run through for record wise. Do you want to do those for this one?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you have any more to say before we do like actual run through for records?
No,
No. Okay. Okay. So week one, they go to Titans. Come to them. I think roster wise, they're better than the Titans, especially at the line. So that they're actually going to be able to get their pass rush off to the Titans. So I do think they beat the Titans. I think it's a closer game, but I'm I'd say they take it over the Titans. So they start off season 1-0. They're playing Houston week two. I There's not much to say. They're gonna lose to Houston week two, so they're 1-1. Um, Honestly, I think they lose to the Colts. So they start off 1-2, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, maybe Caleb's not that good, but he's gonna be good." And then the Rams, I think the Rams took a major step back, so I think they go 2-2 here. Panthers again, I think they'll obviously win that one, so it's 3-2. And then they got a London game, and that's brutal always, but I think they take the London game 4-2, go into the bye, and they come back play the Commanders. I think the matchup of the QBs, um, roster wise again, I think they stack up better. So they're 5-2. Arizona 6-2. Patriots, I think they beat us 7-2. Um,
I don't know. That Cardinals game could be an L
Honestly, yeah, I kind of scanned past that. It's just because this past year. Honestly, yeah, hold on. So I'll say
because
6.
Kyler Murray,
Yeah,
when Kyler Murray
not healthy.
plays, he's an MVP candidate.
Yes, you're right. He just hasn't been healthy, so it's just scanned past probably that too quick. So yeah, so let's just say 6-3 going to the Packers. I think they'll lose. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I think they'll lose both times the Packers this year. So then they're 6-4, and then Minnesota 7-4 because I think they'll beat them at home. Detroit, I think they'll lose 7-5. San Fran 7-6. Minnesota 7-7. Okay, Detroit, I think they'll lose both times. So 7. Yeah, that's 7-8 here. Yeah, and then I think they beat the Seahawks and beat the Packers to end out the year. So they'll be 9-8. So yeah, that made sense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
this team, this team's very hard to predict their ranking because I'm
Wow.
still I'm still really worried about their coaching too. I feel like that doesn't get mentioned enough. They should have just whole reset this offseason because I'm not a big fan of their head coach. I can't think of his name right now.
Eberflus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Honestly, I'm not either. I'm not a fan of his. Yeah, I just I'm not really a fan of his. I don't have much more to say. I think he does some bad stuff, just play calling wise, um, coaching wise in general. But I think overall they're still a 9-8 team.
yeah,
Do you want to do your prediction?
yeah. I can. So going into first game, I'll give them a win here. Actually, and a loss. They start the season 0-3.
0-3. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, and then there's questions like, oh, is Caleb Williams the guy? Goes and beats the Rams, beats the Panthers, beats the Jaguars. Now to bye 3-3. They
That's not
come
bad.
in first, second overall pick, competing. Caleb Williams gets it. Not a big fan of Jaden Daniels, nor the Commanders team at all. Get a loss here against the Cardinals.
Okay, so 4-4.
They lose against the Patriots.
4-5.
They beat the Packers, beat the
Five,
Vikings,
five. All right, 6-5.
win against the Lions,
At Detroit.
loss against the what?
At Detroit.
Yeah, at Detroit.
Okay.
And then beats the Niners. No, loses to the Niners. Win Vikings.
Okay.
Win Lions.
Okay. They're gonna beat the Lions twice.
Yes.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I think yeah, it's an in division game to shake things up.
Okay.
And then loss against the Seahawks, beat the Packers.
Did you say they beat the Packers here too?
Yeah.
So they swept.
Wait. No, they lose against the. No, switch the wins and L's right there
Okay.
with the Packers.
So yeah, you're at like 9-8, 8-9.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I think you were actually you were at 9-8.
Okay, good, because that's where I was trying to get at.
Yeah, I don't. I honestly I don't think they beat Detroit twice. That's my only issue. I think they'll lose here on a Thursday night game.
Wait, that's not a Thursday night game.
Yeah, it is 28th. I was here. Sorry.
Oh wait, yeah, but right there it says 12:30 p.m.
It's what's that called? Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's the. Oh wait, yeah, obviously, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Makes
I
sense.
think I think they get a win right there, especially during Thanksgiving too.
Maybe. I don't know.
Bears
Honestly,
and Thanksgiving
I think
gotta
they're
go
gonna take
together.
this division kind of easy this year.
Yeah, I mean, we can move to Detroit and talk about them.
Yeah, I'll let you start them.
Um, Detroit, Detroit. My big question mark is like, can Jared Goff lead you to a Super Bowl? And in my opinion, I just don't trust Jared Goff enough. I feel like he's a very system quarterback. He's in a really good system. He's in a really good system right now, so it's going to make him look a lot better than he is. And I'm not saying Jared Goff is bad. I'm not saying that at all. But him leading you to a Super Bowl, that's just hard to believe.
I mean, he's done it before, so it's not like it's
I
that
mean,
hard to.
yeah, but the Rams defense was incredible that year. They had
What about
Todd
the
Gurley.
Lions defense this year?
I wouldn't say incredible. A lot better. Definitely a lot better. But I don't think this division's gonna be like I don't think this is Detroit's division yet
Mm.
because the Packers are a sleeper team, or not a sleeper, but like a sleeper to win this. I mean, not really,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm just very. I think Jerry Goff can lead you to the conference game. I don't think he can lead you all the way to a Super Bowl.
maybe not.
Um, but they did improve on defense, so that really helps them too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you want to do your prediction first and then I'll go, or do you want me
Oh
to do
yeah.
mine?
Here you can do yours because I'm still thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, um, I think they take the division kind of like how the Ravens take it for the AFC. Um, so I actually think they finish with the same record, with 12-5. I think they have an easy enough schedule where that's pretty possible, but hard enough so that they lose, a few games in there. I think Goff is a close to top 10 quarterback. He might not win you a Super Bowl like you mentioned, but he'll get you a deep playoff run. At least I think their offense is electric. I love both their running backs. I love their O line, their wide receiver core. If Jamison Williams steps up, they're fine. I think they're set. Um, that's the big if for this team for me right now. Um, Outside of that, it's like only a couple things I think could really affect it. Like the defense, I'm still questioning it with that corner room. Like the corner room could definitely be a big factor because they did draft a guy, so that is a big plus. They brought in Terry and Arnold. For anybody that doesn't know that, he was, in my opinion, and I think yours too, was like a top two corner in the class. So
Yeah, he was definitely top three.
yeah, like at least him and oh man, Wiggins also looked great today apparently too. Whole corner group they should not have fallen.
Yeah, yeah. Nate Wiggins actually made a play today against I
Yeah,
forgot who they were playing, but
Eagles, but yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think this team is like a 12-5 record team.
yeah, I
That's
just don't know how much I trust their defense though.
I trust their defense now. I think they got a lot better. And they added the right pieces to them. So
Yeah, I mean they have a good rush defense, but their corner room it was one of the worst last year. Their passing defense.
yes, but they also added two corners this offseason. Three actually, I think. Well, hold on,
Yeah,
let me look at.
I'm gonna go with 11-6.
Yeah, that's honestly that's fair. Like I don't disagree with that.
Like I'm not saying like I'm not saying they're gonna be like bad or anything. I don't know how confident I am on in this team.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Oh, so they added Carlton Davis, okay, and then Terrion Arnold and Rackstraw, who I was a big fan of.
Hmm.
They also have
Oh yeah, isn't
Stephon
he?
Gilmore.
Wasn't he from Georgia?
Rackstraw, no. I forgot where he was
No.
from. The Georgia guy went to the Texans.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. I think their corner room's good enough. I do like 11-6 though. I'm still sticking with 12-5.
yeah, like you say 12-5, and that's what I predicted the Ravens to be, and I like compare the two, and I'm like, I don't think this Lions
Lion,
team is as
the
good as
Lion
them.
have the Lions have a better roster, but the Ravens have a better quarterback.
Oh, I don't know about roster.
O line, I think I'd everything outside of defensive backs and yeah, actually probably defensive backs and quarterback. I'd probably give it to the Ravens, but overall I think I like the Lions roster on paper more. And
Yeah, I
frankly,
mean,
you don't need to direct compare the two. Their schedules are different.
yeah.
I do like that though. So do you want to do your prediction like one by ones?
Oh yeah. Um, here I think this is a revenge game. Revenge game for the Rams. Win at Bucks. Beat the Cardinals. Beat Seahawk.
Okay, 3-1.
Yeah. Lose to the Cowboys. Win against the Vikings.
One, two,
Beat the Titans. Lose against the Packers.
5-3.
Um, Lose against the Texans.
5-4.
Beat the Jags.
6-4.
Beat the Colts. Beat the Bears.
8-4.
No, they lost against the Bears in my other one.
Yeah, they did. 7.
Um, I'm at 7-4 right now, right?
7-5.
7-5. All right. So then they went out here from here.
So that's 12-5.
Yeah. Wait, no.
You had them losing to Chicago both times.
Yeah. I have them losing to Chicago.
Yeah. I don't hate that. For me, I think my key differences are they win 4 straight. I actually think they win 5 straight, 6, 7. So I go 7. They start 7-0. Everybody overreacts. They lose to the Packers. They lose to the Texans. They beat the Jags, so they're 8-2. They lose in an upset to the Colts, so they're 8-3. Bears 9-3. 10-3 here. They lose to the Bills, 10-4, 11-4 with the Bears. San Fran 11-5, and then 12-5 to the Vikings. So
Yeah, they have an easier backside of this.
they have an overall, in my opinion, easy schedule.
Yeah, they really
Four are
do.
easy. They got easy division pickings this year, and frankly, the Cowboys aren't that good. So I could see them beating the Cowboys. I could honestly see them winning a lot more than not a lot more than 12, but being a little better than 12. But 12 was like I don't want to say 13-4 because like that feels harsh, like win wise. I'm like they're not gonna do that. That doesn't happen often. I would
Yeah,
expect an upset somewhere.
I just don't know how much their success from last season will translate into this season.
Agreed. Corner room's gonna play a big part.
Yeah.
It's a good group though, but overall, I think it's gonna play the part.
Mm.
So Chicago, we both have 9-8, and then for Detroit, I have 12-5, and you're at 11-6. I don't hate that. Um, oof. Okay, they play a lot of the same teams. Um, oh yeah, I forgot about this game. Yeah, they picked the 2 green teams to play in Brazil. That's so funny to start out the year. Oh,
No, I saw that. And they can't wear green either.
no, they can't. They can't wear green outside of the stadium.
Oh, outside. Oh, okay. Oh.
Um, yeah, so I'll start off with the Packers. Um, I think they lose week 1 and week 2, so they start 0-2. I'm gonna just do a prediction alongside it for this one because I actually have no idea. I know positive record. That's all I know. So 0-2, they'll beat the Titans. They'll beat the Vikings. They'll beat the Rams. So it'll be 3-2, 4-2 with the Cardinals, 4-3 to the Texans, 5-3 with the Jags. They'll beat Detroit once, so they'll be 6-4, 7-4, 7-5. I'll say they beat Miami because they're at home, so 8-5. Um, Obviously I said that, and then they'll beat the Seahawks. No, I think they'll lose to Miami. Hold on, they'll lose to Miami, so they'll be 7-6 here. 7-6 here actually with Detroit, and then Seahawks they beat, New Orleans they beat, Vikings they beat, Bears they beat. Maybe they lose to the Bears once and they actually beat the Dolphins, but they'll end up at I think 11-6. Oops.
11-6. Okay, that's not
They're not,
crazy.
yeah, I don't think they'll be like amazing. I think they'll be better than last year, which is better. But there's just concerns in a couple spots. You know,
Yeah,
like corner room concerns me. Um, their tackles, like their tackle depth and their tackles in general, concern me. Running back only scares me for the part of every time a running back leaves their original team and goes to another one and gets paid, half the time it doesn't work out. So I expect half of these to fail. Now I could be completely wrong, but half the time it fails. So I expect a couple of them to fail. And Josh Jacobs last year didn't look great. So this could be the one that fails, and their run game could take a hit because of it. Um, their corner room outside of Jair, I don't like it like that much. Like it's just not amazing. Sorry, Packers fans. But yeah, I don't know. I think 11, yeah, like 11-6 feels quite right.
yeah. I mean, what scares me is like I could see this team in the Super Bowl next year.
I could see them not winning their division, but then when playoffs roll around, they win
Yeah,
then they win the NFC, and
yeah.
hopefully whoever's in the Super Bowl, hopefully not the Chiefs, they beat.
Because the NFC is a easier division
Yeah.
than the AFC.
Yes.
So the Packers could, I don't want to say easily, but like they could have an easier path to the
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Honestly, my favorite
And
right now is the Ravens and Packers.
wow,
We're going
um,
early on that. We were gonna wait till the last one, but that's pre everything.
well, last year I predicted the Niners to win the Super Bowl. I was one game
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
I had the Niners and Bills, but um, yeah, I mean this Packers team is really good depth at receiver.
But,
Um, lost Aaron Jones, got the Giants safety. I can't think of his name.
oh yeah, McKinney.
McKinney, yeah, Xavier McKinney. Um, I think this team could be really, really good.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna have them beat the Eagles,
Okay.
beat the Colts,
I like it.
beat the Titans. Starting the season off 3-0, losing against the Vikings.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Let me ask you. Do you mean for them to be away or at home for that game?
okay, yeah, they. I have not been looking at like where they are. I should
It matters.
probably do
Destination
that.
matters.
Yeah, especially division games. I'm gonna have them win, start the season 4-0. Rams. Just a loss,
Okay. 4-1.
and then they beat the Cardinals.
5-1.
Texans and Packers game. This could be an incredible game.
It better be. Like
Yeah.
the Rams, like that Rams Chiefs game, 2018, I think it was. That sounds about right.
Oh yeah, that game was
That's what I
incredible.
need. I need out of that game.
And then Jordan Love
Yeah.
shows that he's better than C.J. Stroud and wins this game.
So they're 6-1.
Yes, 6-1.
Okay.
And then you beat the Jaguars 8-1.
Eight and
Beat
one.
the line or lose to the Lions.
Okay. 8-2.
Lose to Chicago.
8-3.
Lose to the Niners.
8-4.
Beat the Dolphins because the Dolphins can't win against above 500 team or in cold weather. Just had to diss the Dolphins there for a second.
Valid. 9-4.
9-4. Beat the Lions. Beat the Seahawks.
10-4. 11-4.
Beat the Saints.
12-4. Wait, 11-4. Sorry,
Beat the Vikings
12-4.
and lose against the Bears. Did I have them winning this game or?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I
I
can't
think
either.
you had them losing. I think you had them losing
Uh,
one of them. Either way, it's 12-5.
12-5. Yeah, 12-5.
That's fair. Um, I would love to see it honestly, and frankly, Love was better than Stroud last year. Love did not get enough hype. Even in fantasy football, I'm looking at it right now, and everybody's like putting C.J. Stroud round 5, and then Love is still like round 9, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna draft Jordan Love if I want a quarterback right now because he had 44 touchdowns last year, and Stroud had 27.
They had very identical stats.
They did outside of touchdowns, where
Yeah,
Love brained. I don't know. I just think Love got a lot of hate that he shouldn't have had.
yeah,
He was closer to MVP than a lot of people talk, but it was between
yeah.
now and
Jordan Love had like a. I feel like he was talked about a lot last year, but I feel like he wasn't talked enough as like one of the top guys in the league.
yeah.
Because like they were talking about C.J. Stroud like
40
that.
touchdowns. I don't know what I thought he had 40 touchdowns. He had 32. That's my bad. But he still was over 4,000 yards. He had 11 interceptions, which was his down, which I think is what kept him out of the MVP race, was his interceptions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would honestly be it for me right now. Like, what would keep me out on him?
I
So,
mean, I was very low on him last year. Now
yeah.
I'm pretty high on him this year.
So 12-5, and I'm 11 and
Yeah,
6. So my division right now goes Detroit 12-5, Green Bay 11 and 6, Chicago 9 and 8. Yours goes Green Bay 12-5, Detroit 11 and 6, Chicago 9 and 8. So we just have a flip flop.
yeah, basically.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
God, we have not predicted a team to have a losing schedule yet, besides yourself.
Yeah, and I'll have one here.
Yeah. For how much we love J.J. McCarthy, I feel like we can't. We cannot have this team above
Uh
500.
uh. I'm looking at those first 5 games. No sir.
How much I want to and just say J.J. McCarthy's having a Rookie of the Year season.
No.
I
What do
just
you think he
can't.
starts the year?
They could easily start the season
One
0
and
and
5.
4.
I think I could start 1 and 5.
Or yeah, I mean,
Like
you
that's
never know what happens week 1. So, I mean,
oof.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you start this one though, since I did the last one.
Yeah. All right. Sam Darnold will be starting, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I expect him to be benched by week with this schedule, week five or I'd say 6. Yeah, by the bye week. And then J.J. McCarthy comes in, and then I think you have to have a really good system for this team to really work out. I think because I think J.J. McCarthy only had 1 year in college, and
He had 2.
he had 2. Oh yeah, he did. But he is still very young, so I don't think this offensive line isn't too great. Um,
Their line isn't really that much of an issue though. Like it's chill. It's not great, but it's not bad.
yeah, but like I don't know. I'm worried about this defense.
Well, their defense is
Um,
going to be why they lose a lot of their games.
yeah, their defense, And then their offense, because you don't know what you're truly getting from J.J. McCarthy.
Yes, exactly.
Because he was in a really great system, so it's like, how are you going to figure this system out? I mean, you could do the same system they were doing in Michigan because you have Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones is coming off a great year, but he's getting older, so I don't know. This team has a big question mark on them. They're not going to be great.
Yeah.
But I'm like trying to convince myself in my head, like, oh yeah, this team's gonna be good. There's
I'm
just no way.
excited.
But I'll do my prediction. So win against the Giants,
Mm-hmm.
loss, 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 and then bye week. JJ comes in, still another loss. Beat, oh, golly, even the Rams, like
Rams defense got a lot worse. I will point that out.
it did, but you still have Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp. Um, like also the Rams. I know we're not talking about the Rams right now, but like we didn't expect the Rams to be that good last year, and they made the playoffs.
True, and Stafford was hurt most of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna say a loss here.
Okay. 1-6.
Beat the Colts.
No way. I'll
No, no,
no way.
I can't even do that. Okay.
1-6, by the way.
I no, I know that's the thing that's like making me want to put a W on the screen, but like
You
I
can't.
can't.
You just can't.
Like physically, where am I supposed to like have this team win? Jaguars loss.
1-7.
Titans loss.
Really, 1-8. This is bad. They'll take
This
one
is
from
awful.
Chicago. They won't take this one, but they will take one from Chicago.
Yeah, okay, give them a win here.
No, next one. Next one. Keep in mind, location. They'll win at home. They won't lose at home.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So they'll go
Okay,
1-9,
1-9. Beat Arizona.
2-9.
Beat. They beat the Falcons
3-9 and an upset. I like it.
in a little upset. I think they had the. I think I had the Bears beating Minnesota.
Both
So
teams.
another loss,
So
and
you'll go
then
3-10,
beat Seattle,
3-11,
lose to the Packers, lose to the Lions.
3-13, 14. I forgot to count one. So you're 3-14. I
I just
I don't hate it, honestly. I
I
don't hate that.
coming into this, I thought I was gonna have the Vikings like be 7-9 or something.
You're gonna get hate. And NFC North, I do apologize, especially Vikings fans. We're probably gonna get hate for saying it. The Vikings will not be good.
Yeah, in the nicest way possible, Vikings fans
I love them.
expect to have a very sad season.
Yes. I don't have much better. Okay, I'm starting out pretty much the same. So you had 3-14.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patriots this past year basically. Yeah, they'll have a top 3 pick and get an edge rusher or something. Fix up that defense. Okay, Giants. They'll beat the Giants. I think they beat the Giants week 1. They lose all the way until the Titans. Okay, and the game we're going to, JJ McCarthy shows out and beats the Titans. I just wanted to. I want to dream. I'm dreaming a little bit. Okay, so they're like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
1-7 or 8.
They're 1-7. They're 2. They're 2-8. They're 2-7. I think. They're 2. Yeah, 2-8. Okay. So that was Titans. Chicago, they'll lose here, so 2-9. They'll beat the Cardinals, like you said, 3-9. 4-9 Falcons, 5-9 Chicago, and I think they'll end up being 5-12 for this year. That's my prediction. A little better than yours. I'm being a little more of a wishful thinker on them right now than I am anything. They could honestly lose to the Falcons and go 4-13, but I'll say 5-12 just for it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw their schedule and then I was like, oh no,
It's such
this
a
is gonna
like
be brutal.
it's an uphill battle. It's so bad. They did
This
like
might be
this.
one of the hardest schedules this
It's
year.
a, it's like the Patriots this year. I'm not gonna have us above 5. That's for sure.
Because, like, you got a sneaky game against the Cardinals,
Sneaky game against the
Seattle.
Falcons. It's
Yeah,
just because they have
Falcons.
3 home games. They're gonna win 3 home games, like do 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 do, and then lose out the year after that. And
Yeah,
honestly, successful season as long as JJ McCarthy looks half decent, you had a successful year.
yeah.
And then you can go and get an edge rusher, whoever that may be. Probably not James Pierce. I still don't think he's that guy. Or a corner. If you're 5-12 and you're like picks 6, let's say, and maybe 5, and um, what's his name is there, or Will Johnson's there.
Okay, let's say this team actually goes 3-14. Do
Yeah.
you think Justin Jefferson would request a trade by then?
No, 'cause there's no way for them to trade him after 1 year into the deal. I had to explain that to
Uh,
somebody. It is money wise physically impossible for them to trade him at the moment. It would have to be 2 years or 3 years into his deal. He could request a trade all he wants. He's not leaving. He's just going to lose money. They won't trade him. I
I
do
mean,
think if they end up with the top pick, they will trade back and gain assets from overall. I actually do
I
think they're
guess
going
it
to
was
be
smart to.
my early prediction.
You said what?
I said they're my candidate to trade back this year. That's my way early prediction.
Mm,
Just because they barely have any picks this year or this next year right now. But yeah, 5-12.
yeah, -3-14.
Yeah. So
So
division. Yeah.
my division is Packers 12-5, Lions 11-6, Bears 9-8, Vikings 3-14.
Yeah. Mine is Detroit with 12-5, Packers with 11-6, Chicago with 9-8, and then Vikings with 5-12. Which again, I'd say a successful year. I know that's worse than they did this past year. Kirk Cousins, though, I would say he's better as a QB. So there's your reasons. And their corner room honestly got worse, which I hate to see after everything that's gone on.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of Murphy Bunting, I feel like their corner room is just awful, awful. Uh, I don't know if we've said
Yeah.
it on here, but rest in peace, Kyrie Jackson.
Yeah.
Especially because this is the NFC North. Dude, I was so sad. You know I was big on him.
Yeah. No, that's just really sad to see, like, a player.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna I'm still gonna say it. He was gonna be so good. I'm so believe that he was gonna be an amazing corner in the league. He had all the talent for it and everything. It just makes me sad.
Did you see
Rest
that
his
one TikTok guy? I forget his name.
Rico knows.
Um, yes, he was like
Oh,
talking crap.
I don't like to be that person, but I went off in his comments on him. And then I got like a group of people and we all just started reporting his account. And then I guess he got like demonetized and stuff because like now his stuff doesn't pop up on For You pages, and like his likes and stuff have gone down tremendously. So it wasn't me that did it, but I like to think I did because I can't stand that guy.
Yeah. Well, Amari Cooper posted on his Instagram story that said, talking about the trade, saying, "LOL, I wouldn't mind at all."
I mean, I wouldn't complain either if I got traded to the Niners.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, apparently Penix looked good today in his debut.
I'll have to go back and watch these games.
Yeah, I do. I do too. I was unavailable to watch today. I'll need to go back and look at it though. But yeah, I don't feel like there's much more news on at least this division. I don't think there's not been much drama in this division, has there?
No, not really.
I was trying to look to see. Juju got released. That's not really this division, but thank goodness.
Dude,
That
I
was
want him
scary.
to become a Pittsburgh Steeler again. A, because I already have his jersey. B, because I think he would add depth to our team. And then if we get Brandon Ayuk, he could be a third option or even fourth.
Yeah, he'd probably be third and fourth. He'd be okay. Like he just had way too many drops at training camp and stuff. It was just getting really bad. So
Yeah.
I was tired of seeing him. Oh, Jordan Addison might get a 3-game suspension some point during the
What?
year. So that also is going to hurt them. Hopefully, it's not in November because their only shot at games is in November. Or really, it's December, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, wait, why?
Well, because he had a DUI.
Oh. Oh, wait, yeah, I remember that.
Like, it's not even the first one. Like, what a dummy. You just had one of your players die because of a drunk driver, and now you're going to go drinking and driving. That's just, ugh.
That's just crazy to me. That goes through your mind and you're just like, okay, yeah, sure.
So dumb. I don't know. I hope he gets the help he needs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that. We don't really have much more to say on the division, do we?
No.
Yeah. I mean, those are our record predictions for the NFC North. So, thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Dropback Podcast. Be sure, wherever you are listening, to leave a like, follow, subscribe, or a comment. We always appreciate it. If y'all disagree with any takes or anything, let us know down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all tune in the next one, and peace out.
Peace.